Let me live deep while I live. Let me know the rich juices of red meat and stinging wine on my palate, the hot embrace of white arms, the mad exultation of battle when the blue blades flame and crimson, and I am content. Let teachers and philosophers brood over questions of reality and illusion. I know this. If life is illusion, then I am no less an illusion, and being thus, the illusion is real to me. I live, I burn with life, I love, I slay, and am content. In the vast and unforgiving landscapes of Hyboria, there exists a fierce and mysterious people, forged by the harsh environments they call home. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode diving deep into the lore and history of the world of Conan. Today, we journey to the ancient and brutal Hyborian Age to explore the enigmatic Cimmerians, a race that is known for their most famous son. That son, of course, is none other but Conan himself. To truly understand the Cimmerians, we must first examine their homeland, the somber land of Cimmeria. This region, nestled in the northwest of the Hyborian world, is characterized by its diverse and harsh landscape, which includes rolling hills, dark and dense forests, steep cliffs, and winding valleys. These features create a challenging environment in which the Cimmerians have honed their physical and mental resilience. The climate of Cimmeria is equally unforgiving. The skies are almost perpetually gray, casting a somber shadow over the land. Frequent rainfall and cold temperatures are the norm, resulting in a damp and frigid atmosphere. Winters are especially harsh, with heavy snowfall and biting winds that moan through the valleys, making survival a constant struggle for the Cimmerians. The flora of Cimmeria is as hardy as its people. The dark forests are dominated by towering evergreens with a dense undergrowth of ferns and shrubs, providing ample cover for the wildlife that roams the region. Fruits and berries can be found in the more temperate areas, adding to the Cimmerians' food sources. The fauna of Cimmeria is equally diverse and challenging. The dense forests are home to predators such as wolves, bears, and mountain lions, while the hills and valleys provide grazing grounds for deer, elk, and the cattle that the Cimmerians rely on for sustenance. These wild animals not only serve as a source of food, but also as training grounds for the Cimmerians to develop their hunting and tracking skills. The ever-present challenge of Cimmeria's landscape and climate has molded the Cimmerians into a people with an innate connection to nature and a deep understanding of their environment. This connection is reflected in their resourcefulness, adaptability, and unyielding spirit, which has allowed them to thrive despite the constant adversity presented by their homeland. The origins of the Cimmerians can be traced back to the ancient civilization of Atlantis and the Thurian Age. During this time, the Atlanteans colonized the main Thurian continent, coexisting and intermarrying with the local Cimmerian tribes. These colonists survived the Great Cataclysm, which submerged Atlantis and destroyed much of the Thurian civilization, reducing them to a Stone Age level of sophistication. As the survivors of this catastrophe struggled to rebuild their lives, they found themselves locked in a brutal, multi-generational conflict with survivors of Pictish tribes. The constant warfare and harsh conditions caused the Atlanteans to further devolve into little more than apemen. With no memory of their history or even of language and civilization itself, these primitive humans eventually redeveloped into a race known as the Cimmerians. So the Cimmerians are the direct descendants of these ancient Atlanteans, retaining their physical characteristics such as their tall stature, powerful build, dark hair, and blue or gray eyes. Despite the lost knowledge of their ancestors, the Cimmerians managed to reclaim their culture and societal structure, albeit in a more primitive form. Their warrior spirit and unyielding resolve can be traced back to their Atlantean heritage and the hardships they faced during the Cataclysm and its aftermath. Throughout their history, the Cimmerians have been in constant conflict with various neighboring tribes and civilizations. This has not only strengthened their warrior culture, but also exposed them to new technologies and ideas, such as ironworking. For example, Conan's father was a blacksmith, which they adapted to their own way of life. The fusion of their ancient Atlantean heritage and the influences from the surrounding cultures has shaped the Cimmerians into the formidable people they are in Conan's time. The Cimmerians are a tribal people, living in small, isolated communities scattered throughout their harsh homeland. Each tribe has its own distinct identity and customs, yet they are all bound by their shared values of strength, loyalty, and honor. Let us delve deeper into the structure and lifestyle of a typical Cimmerian tribe. A Cimmerian tribe is led by a chieftain who is chosen for their strength, wisdom, and ability to inspire loyalty among their people. The chieftain is responsible for making decisions in the best interest of the tribe and leading them into battle when necessary. Alongside the chieftain, a council of elders, comprised of experienced warriors and respected members of the community, offers guidance and support. Cimmerian society is built around the basic principles of self-reliance and communal responsibility. Every member of the tribe, regardless of age or gender, has a role to play in ensuring the survival and prosperity of their people. Men are expected to be hunters and warriors, while women tend to domestic duties such as cooking, weaving, and raising children. However, women are also respected as fierce protectors of their families and can take up arms if needed. Herding animals plays a vital role in Cimmerian society. They cultivate crops and raise cattle for sustenance. The tribes are semi-nomadic, often moving from one area to another in search of better grazing lands for their herds. The Cimmerians also engage in frequent raids on neighboring tribes and enemies, seeking to acquire cattle, resources, and even wives to strengthen their own tribe. The Cimmerians place great importance on rites of passage, marking significant milestones in an individual's life. A young Cimmerian male is considered a man once he is killed in battle, which often occurs before their 16th birthday. After this, he is expected to uphold the customs and responsibilities of an adult within the tribe. It is common for a Cimmerian male to take a wife before his 18th birthday and start a family of his own. Cimmerian tribes foster a strong sense of community, with each member supporting and looking out for one another. Despite their harsh and unforgiving environment, the Cimmerians have developed a resilient and close-knit society, which has allowed them to not only survive, but also thrive amidst the many challenges they face. At the core of Cimmerian society lies the warrior ethos, a set of values and beliefs that guide their way of life and instill in them the strength and determination necessary to survive and protect their people. First and foremost, the Cimmerians believe in the importance of physical strength and martial prowess. From a young age, they are trained in the arts of hunting, tracking, and combat, honing their skills with a variety of weapons, including swords, spears, and bows. This rigorous training ensures that every Cimmerian is capable of defending themselves and their tribe when the need arises. Alongside their physical abilities, the Cimmerians value mental fortitude and resilience. They are taught to endure pain, hardship, and adversity with stoicism, never showing weakness or vulnerability. This mental toughness is a source of pride for the Cimmerians and is considered a vital component of their warrior spirit. Loyalty and honor are also central to the Cimmerian warrior ethos. They are fiercely devoted to their tribe and their comrades, willing to lay down their lives to protect them. This loyalty extends to their chieftain and the tribal elders, whose guidance and authority are respected without question. Betrayal and treachery are considered the gravest of sins in Cimmerian society, often punishable by death. The Cimmerians believe that a warrior's true worth is measured not by their material wealth, but by their courage, skill, and reputation. They seek glory on the battlefield, striving to prove their valor and earn the respect of their peers. This pursuit of personal glory is balanced by a strong sense of responsibility to the tribe, as the survival and well-being of the community are paramount. In their dealings with outsiders, the Cimmerians are known for their ruthlessness and lack of mercy. They view non-Cimmerians with suspicion and hostility, seeing them as potential threats to their way of life. However, those who earn their respect and prove their worth may find the Cimmerians to be steadfast allies and formidable warriors. Interestingly, despite their fierce reputation, The Cimmerians are far from being heartless barbarians. They're known to uphold a woman's honor and defend it with their swords. The Cimmerians hold a unique and somber view of the world and their place in it, which is deeply rooted in their religious beliefs. Their spiritual outlook reflects the harsh environment they inhabit and the challenges they face daily. The Cimmerians worship a pantheon of deities with their chief god, Crom, reigning supreme. He is a stern and unforgiving deity who embodies the Cimmerian ideals of strength and resilience. He is said to breathe life into newborns and bestow upon them the strength to conquer the hardships they will encounter throughout their lives. However, once these gifts are given, the Cimmerians believe they must rely solely on their own abilities, as Crom and the other gods show little interest in the affairs of mortals. Cimmerian religious practices are sparse and subdued, with no elaborate ceremonies or rituals. They believe that the gods are indifferent to worship and that it is futile to seek their favor through prayer or sacrifice. Instead, the Cimmerians focus on honoring their gods through actions, demonstrating their strength and courage in the face of adversity. Magic is viewed with great suspicion and disdain by the Cimmerians, who believe it corrupts the soul and exacts a terrible price from those who wield it. They consider magic users to be weak and deceitful, lacking the honor and integrity that define the Cimmerian way of life. The Cimmerians' view of the afterlife is as somber as their outlook on life. They believe that after death, their souls will wander the cold, gray realm of Crom's Mountain for all eternity, shrouded in mists and buffeted by moaning winds. This belief reflects the Cimmerians' stoic acceptance of the harsh realities of their existence and their innate understanding that life is a constant struggle against the forces of nature and their enemies. The seemingly primitive nature of Cimmerians and their strong sense of justice are often contrasted with the corruption found in the so-called civilized societies of Hyboria. Cimmerians who venture beyond their borders soon discover that other races don't always adhere to codes of honor or loyalty. This leads them to question the value of a man whose word cannot be trusted and to treat foreigners with suspicion and disdain. Cimmerians typically view these civilized cultures as weaklings, entangled in lies and deception. They have little regard for such weakness, and they're not shy about expressing their disdain. Organized into clans or tribes, Cimmerians don't build cities or rely on written knowledge. Instead, they pass down their wisdom through oral traditions, valuing physical strength, martial skill, and self-sufficiency above all else. Their daily struggles in the harsh, unforgiving environment of their homeland forge them into formidable warriors, far removed from the comforts enjoyed by their southern counterparts. While the people from southern lands view Cimmerians as barbaric and uncultured, they often underestimate their true nature. Cimmerian leaders wear bare skins instead of golden robes, and power is determined by honor and the strength of a clan rather than wealth. In their society, family units and clan loyalty are akin to nations and armies, with each member playing a vital role in its survival. The irony lies in the fact that some Cimmerians view these southern kings as the true barbarians, valuing material wealth over integrity and honor. Although treachery exists in Cimmeria too, it's not as pervasive as in the so-called civilized societies. This unique viewpoint allows the Cimmerians to maintain their fierce sense of independence and pride, even when faced with the temptations and pitfalls of the wider world. One must admire, or at least respect, these people for their resilience and honor. In the world of sword and sorcery, the tribe and family are an individual's most important units of society. Keep in mind, there is no pension or social network in Hyboria. Everyone needs a tribe or they perish. Unless you are Conan, of course, in which case you can manage on your own. If you can carve an empire out from nothing, well, you can probably deal with all sorts of issues life throws at you. Anyway, that's it for now. What would you like to see a video about next time? Maybe we will delve into other fictional universes too. Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey in Hyboria. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about the worlds of literature and mythology. See you in the next adventure.